up, everybody? It's Unique Angel. We are still live down at the music room. I'm here with Serenity. She just walked off a stage. How are you this evening?
I'm great, great.
Absolutely. So I saw you on stage. You were the only person that had backup dancers. You had like the whole entire show and set going on. What were some of the influences to come up with your set?
I'm sorry, I can't hear the question very well.
Sorry. We're going to repeat the question. What were some of the influences that helped you come up with your set, with your background dancers and everything that you had? You were the only one that had that.
I would say definitely FKA Twigs is one of my biggest inspirations. She's not very mainstream, but if you ever see her, she's amazing. Like, she always has everything perfectly choreographed, and she's kind of got this dark, mysterious vibe about her. So she's a big part of my inspiration, I would say.
So what kind of projects are you working on right now? Like, what can we expect from you? Like, what are you doing as far as your artistry?
Well, right now I'm in the final stages of mixing and mastering for my first album. So you can look for that to be out probably mid-May next month. So, yeah.
So what kind of artist are you? What kind of music can you describe as like what we're hearing?
You know, I get that question a lot, and it's really hard for me because I'm kind of R&B, but not traditional. I guess alternative R&B, kind of a dreamy vibe to it. So it's kind of a different feel.
It felt like otherworldly, if that's a good way to describe it. I felt like I was drifting to outer space when y'all was up on stage.
That's exactly how I want you to feel. Really chill. Yeah.
So do you write your own material?
I do. I write my own material, and actually the most awesome thing about my music is that my 14-year-old son makes all my beats.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So he's a producer as well?
He's my producer. We do all of our recording, effects, all that stuff at home on our home studio.
So are you guys a musical family? Like, is that the background and history?
Yeah, definitely. My dad was a drummer. He still is. Always been a drummer. Traveled the world. My grandmother's a music teacher. My brother's a music teacher. My mom played guitar. So yeah, it kind of runs in the family.
So we know we don't start out as the artist that we become. So what was your journey to get to where you are now and the woman you are now?
It's ever changing, and I'm still growing for sure. I think it was nice tonight to not really feel nervous. I'm kind of getting sure of myself and finding my stage presence and figuring out who I am as an artist and not letting people change me, because that was my struggle when I first tried to get on the scene. It was like I had opportunities to work with all these people, but they wanted me to be who they wanted me to be. And me being a diva, I'm like, I want to be me, you know?
So you're independent, right, if I can assume?
Yes, definitely 100% independent. So
tell me, like, what goals do you have as far as your music? Like, where do you see yourself? Where do you want it to take you?
You know, I would love to travel the world and just share my gift with the world. Hopefully, I've got enough songs already for my second album. So right now I'm going to, get the first album out and going and figure out how to push it and get it to as many people as I can. And then once I get my fan base, I'll just keep growing from there.
So that leads me to ask you, like, what is your process? As I said many times tonight, we all as artists become vessels and let the music come through us. So what is your process when you're writing? Like, what happens?
Okay. Well, I would say all of my songs are from personal experience. So when you're listening to my songs, it's like you're reading my diary. So I have this quote that says, "To know me is to know my music." Every ounce of my soul and my being I pour into my music. So if you want to know me, you listen to my music. It'll tell you way more than I'll ever tell you about myself. So
do you ever have a hard time being as open as that, like just bearing your soul to everybody?
Not really, because when I hear a beat and I connect with it, it's like it just, man, I can write a song in 5-10 minutes. It just happens. I just hear the beat and I just feel things.
Now, the gentleman before you said that he almost has an out-of-body experience. Is it similar to that for you? Do you disappear?
I don't know. It's interesting. This is going to sound really bad, but I do a lot of writing while I'm driving. So what I'll do is I'll just like text it on my phone or like sing it. Just a rough draft, because if you don't do it when you hear it, you lose it. So for some reason, like if I'm in the shower or driving, that's when I do my best writing. And I just kind of get lost in my little zone and just whatever I hear, I just do it. And interesting enough, a couple of my songs on my album were really just meant to be like rough drafts, because when I hear things, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go in the studio and lay this down real quick. And sometimes I try to re-sing it, and it never sounds as good as the first time.
I totally understand.
Feeling it, Yeah.
So if you could tell us how to follow you, how we connect with you, and just follow your journey, like your social media and things like that.
Absolutely. I'm on Instagram as Serenity Songstress. And also Serenity Songstress on Facebook. And then I have a website where you can download my music. It's serenity-songstress.com.
That's what's up, you guys. We're down at the Music Room Live. It's industry night. Miss Serenity, y'all. Signing off. Peace out.